And if you hating on that, I'm going to need you to go look yourself in the mirror and ask, what are you doing to push the culture in the city forward? Because if you're not doing nothing to push the city culture forward and you just out here spewing hate because you feel like you should be the on the blogs, then maybe it's time to self-reflect.
Mile High Minute, #1 blog in the universe, man. Today we got a very special guest. We're live in the building with the man, the myth, the legend, man, Chico McGee. What's that word?
What's Gucci with it, man? It's the big Chico, you feel me? Lord Velveeta, big pinkies up guy. How y'all living? How y'all living? Thanks for having me, my boy.
Hell yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on the show.
Right.
You said, wait, you said Lil Velveeta?
Lord Velveeta, yes sir.
Velveeta.
Velveeta, yes sir. The cheese, the velvets, you know what it is.
I was gonna say too, cause those Velveeta snacks.
Oh,
they low-key
them Velveeta cake. Hey man, look, salute to Velveeta, y'all. Hey, holla at me. Holla at me.
No, but as Chief Keef would say, man, Velveeta.
That cheese.
Yes, sir.
Guapellini.
But let's get right into it, man. First off, I gotta ask, Chico McGee. That's a unique rap name.
Thanks.
Where'd that come up?
Hilariously enough, man, I have this convo with the homies all the time. So I'm half Guatemalan, half black, and all the homies just used to always call me some Latin name, Emilio, Juan, just something childish always. So
yeah.
One day I just took Chico, and I used to always either add Jones or McGee to the end of a lot of stuff. Like, to me it was funny, right? Like Tonal Jones or like Big Money Jones, McGee. So one day I was sitting in the car with the homie, and he called me Emilio, and I was like, man, chill, it's Chico McGee. And the way he looked at me, like, it was like one of those things where, like, he was just driving and was like, Chico, and I was just like, yo, like, it has to be a hit. Went and just changed it to that, and ever since, like, I've just ran with that. And it's been cool. People's like this, so I've been like, all right.
Okay. You said, so are you, like, of Latin descent?
Yeah, I'm half Guatemalan, half black. My mama immigrated over here. I watched her get her citizenship. I watched my grandparents get their citizenship, so big salute to the Guatemalans, you know what I'm saying?
Give a little immigrants. Give a little insight on like Guatemalan culture. I feel like that's a little unique to
family
out here. Okay.
Family, man. Guatemalan culture is all about family. I've been to Guatemala. It's a third world country. There's not a lot of money there.
You been there?
I've been there twice. Once when I was real young, so I don't really count it, and the other time when I was 14. And that kind of that kind of like switched my whole brain up into just seeing the world different. Like, I went there at 14. Couldn't play the Game Boy, couldn't charge it. So I'm out there riding bikes, walking past a little cattle ranch, like going to play soccer with people that we can't even communicate with. We just out there like we know we playing soccer for the most part. So I loved it, man. They slow life down.
Oh yeah.
Over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they slow life down. It's a little bit different. Nobody got money. So they're automatically thinking about family. They're thinking about food. They're thinking about, like, how do we curate a wonderful vibe?
Yeah.
Where it's like out here, we always thinking about $1. We think about some money. We thinking about how can we make that next one, because realistically, without it, we just can't survive.
No, that's real. Realistically.
But it was cool to see that slow down of life. It would be, I wonder what it would look like with like a little more influx of bread. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Family's from Guatemala.
Yeah.
I know you already brought up a little bit about how it's like a third world country and stuff, but like, what is like some of the main differences or like things you think we may take for granted over here, or like things that are even better about Guatemala than like living in the U.S.?
Number one is gonna be abundance. Out here, there's an abundance of everything. You can go to the store every day. You can go, you know, drink every day. You can go whatever you want. If you have enough money, abundance, it really doesn't end. It's just this infinity thing, right? If you wanted to drink every day and you have enough money to buy a bottle of tequila every day here, you can do that. Out there, they don't have a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're growing their own food, you know, like, people got goats, people got chickens. Like, you ain't finna go smack 3 eggs down and grandma hasn't ate yet. You know, you can't. I feel like in the slowness of it, every single day we out here trying to do something, trying to make $1, trying to chase something, a dream, a goal. Right. It's hard for me nowadays to ever even relax, to ever take a seat, to ever really just say, hey, today's a day that I'm going to just chill. They do that. They don't have they're not chasing the dollar. There's no dollars to chase. It's family. It's a different vibe. Like, the energy they give off is more, you feel the love there. Whereas here, I feel like we search for the love. That's why everyone's drowning themselves in, like, drugs or whatever vice you can get your hands on, because you need to feel something. Out there, they have it already. You know, it's tangible. They're giving it away for free. I met a lot of my family members. We barely speak English. Here's this food, here's that, here's this. You're good. Like, don't worry about it. And I'm just like, I don't even know. I barely know your name. I learned it today. Like, yo, like, that's crazy work. And whereas out here, you can know somebody 10 years. They don't never help you out one time.
Right.
It is what it is, though. You know, I feel like you got to travel to see that. You gotta get out your element. If all you used to is McDonald's and shit, then, like, of course you don't like steak.
No, that's for real. Man, that's deep, though. I'm glad you brought that up, because I've never even went out the U.S. I've been around the U.S., went to a lot of states, but, like, I've always wanted to go to, like, a third world country, because, like, I feel like it would humble me, and, like, you know,
I tell everybody to go to one. Guatemala's a good one because just the people are really good and the area is really nice. Obviously, you can always go find a resort or something, but I tell most people, like, go find a hostel, man. Go really just see how these people live. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a day, 2 days. Like, I'm not saying you got to get kidnapped and shit or to go somewhere where it's, like, crazy work. But it's one thing to turn your phone off and be like, I'm not going to touch this or do this, but you still see it. It's another thing to go somewhere and you're like, damn, my phone won't even connect.
No,
I can't go to this store. Like, it ain't even an option, you know? Like, it's immediately off the table. You know, for us, it was like, what are we going to do today? TV was off the table. There wasn't no internet at the time when we was over there. Game Boys can't charge. Like, go outside was the only thing. Go touch some grass, you know, like, go be out there, go have some fun. And I honestly think everyone should try to do it at least once. Everyone should go travel, go to a third world country, and just see the energy. I'm not saying go to a place where you're going to be in danger, but I'm saying go somewhere to genuinely understand, like, you're blessed no matter what the vibe is. It don't matter, bro. Like, when you sad, you don't have nothing because, like, it's a girl, it's a dude, it's some money, it's a car. What's the vibe? Like, these dudes are walking 2 miles to get some water and then walking 2 miles back home. You do that. People won't even walk to the 7-Eleven down the street.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just go try it. I tell everyone, just try it for the one time.
That's real. Okay. So, let's get into your life growing up. So, you're originally from L.A.?
Yeah, I was born in L.A., you know what I'm saying? Big Kobe, man. Look, R.I.P. Kobe, that's my dog forever, man. Like, really felt that. R.I.P. Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Draco. But yeah, I was born out there, but we weren't there too long. I think it was like 4 or 5, and my brother was like 2 or 3. We moved out here because we were going to move from Canoga Park to South Central, and my parents was like, 2 boys, South Central. We don't know about that. So we came here to Denver, you know, and it was different. I like Denver. It's cold here and shit, but, like, the energy was good. I met a lot of good people here. I met a lot of my dogs. It's either they've been super dope since day one, or I've known them for like 14, 15 years. I still talk to my dog. Salute the Rambos, baby.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Kobe, man.
Big RIPs to Kobe, goddamn.
What part of Denver did you move to when you first came?
Montbello.
Okay.
Salute to the Montbello Boys and Girls Club, 4675 Dillon Street. I'll never forget that address. You feel me? Rest in peace, Darren Williams, man. The city showed me a lot of love as far as being able to know people in these areas, move around, and then there's so many people I run into, and they remember me from, like, the Boys and Girls Club. They remember me from, like, Oakland Elementary. Shout out Oakland. Shout out McGlone.
I did a little hood tour in Montbello with HSAV and we went by Oakland.
Bro,
yeah.
we used to walk past her every day. This little lady on the corner used to have a damn rah-rah that would chase your ass every day. I'm in fucking 2nd grade. Put him up. Put the dog up, bro. But yeah, I love the Bellside, man. I love it out there.
Okay, so would you consider yourself like, did you live in Montbello for the most part, or?
Nah, I was everywhere. I lived in Montbello till maybe like, I went to Northeast Academy. That was what, 7th grade. So I want to say I lived in Montbello a good portion of the beginning years, but then we just started bouncing around. So I lived in Aurora. I lived in South Denver. I lived by Grandview because I went there for a year. You know, like I've been in so many different spaces. Like I'm talking Aurora by Chambers and 6, and then the rich Aurora, like Denver where it's like damn, and in the nice parts of Denver.
Yeah.
Now I'm in Thornton, real low key.
Yeah. That's
but
cool,
you know, it's the city, man. I feel like that's how I met a lot of people. That's why I know a lot of people, because I used to be in all these different areas, and I was always the dude that was just like, "What's up? Trying to be friends."
Yeah. People sleep on Thornton, man. I lived there for like 8 years growing up too. I fucked with Thornton. Yeah.
Man, look, this is my first time living in Thornton. I won't say I can see why people sleep on it. It's just out of the way for most folks. But another thing, y'all take your ass somewhere, bruh. Take your ass. Thornton, what, 40 minutes at most if you live deep off in Aurora? Take your ass to Thornton, bro. Go try something new. I really feel like everyone, if you live in a city, you should know. If you live in a state, you should know multiple cities. I find it weird that you live in the state of Colorado and you only know Denver. You ain't never been to Aspen. You ain't never tried to go to Boulder. You ain't never went to the Springs. You ain't never went to Aurora. What are you doing?
Right. Okay.
What are you like? Why not?
Right. Yeah.
It'd be a different story of like, I get it from a money perspective, right? If you ain't got it, then that's different. But that's like LA too. I used to run into people in LA. They live on Hoover. They ain't never been to Hollywood. That's 12 miles away. So I just find it crazy. And out here is not as bad as far as the pricing is out there. You got people who are on Section 8 and you can't afford $37 rent. That's a tough life. I can't be mad that you ain't never been up to Hollywood. But like out here it's a little easier to get around.
Right. Now that's interesting. I was finna ask too. I got 2 questions for you. First, what made y'all choose to move to Denver? I know you said it was originally going to be South Central, but y'all chose Denver instead of like any other city in the U.S.
Salute my auntie Martha. My auntie was actually going to move out here too. And salute my cousin Tina with your art, you feel me? Salute my brother too, D-Lo. Her brother, Marcus, they just went out there. So they were going to Denver too at the time. So my pops was just like, if you're moving, we were about to go to South Central, but like we didn't really want to go to South Central. So then we just slid out there together. And then my pops damn near crashed coming into Denver. We slid off the highway in the snow. I'll never forget that shit, man. Yeah, man.
Tweaking like damn.
Tweaking in a Toyota Corolla, pops. Fix it up, man.
Coming from LA.
Tweaking, still doing 85. It's snowy outside. What was we on, bro? I don't know.
I'm dead. I could just imagine that shit. Because I'll be scared sometimes. I've been here my whole life. I'll be scared driving in the snow sometimes.
It's scary. Yeah. I tell folks, if you ain't never drove on snow, it's scary. Yeah. You're not driving on the street.
Right.
You're on the snow. Like, you're at the mercy of whatever that's finna do. Y'all stop doing fucking 80 miles an hour with the black ice.
Nah, for real. It be... I mean, once you get used to it, it's cool, and as long as you ain't driving
reckless. You be hitting 80 on the black ice?
No,
okay,
I
was
saying snow in general. Like, if it's a little storm or like you used to, it's cool. But like sometimes them big ass storms when it blizzards, 1-2 feet, and you trying to get out. Oh man,
I'ma just stay in the crib. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, facts.
I'd be scared in the house.
Yeah, not for real.
Not me, brother.
Okay, my next question was, what were some of the pros and cons of moving around a bunch here in like the different cities and areas you lived in?
It's like as soon as you tried to build a network, it was like fakes just snatched away. You know, because I was just young at the time. So it's like, I can't be like, yeah, I'm going to see you next week. Like, I literally don't know. Like, when we moved from Montbello, there was a lot of people I didn't run into for like 9, 10 years. High school shit. And then I'm like, oh, damn. you was at Northeast Academy too. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since I moved.
Right.
But it was more of a blessing for the most part, I think, because
Looking back at it,
I know the city. You know, I was able to know the city. I was able to know,
Meet more
like,
people.
okay, XYZ happens more over here. XYZ happens more over here. Like, and I like to travel. Salute my dad. He used to take us on road trips once a year. You know, like, we would just drive. We done drove from here to Buffalo.
damn, Buffalo.
Shit was far. We done drove from here to North Carolina, you know, KC, Mo, Arizona, New Mexico, LA all the time. So it was like normal. You know, like, for me it's almost normal. But now that I'm older, I've realized that's probably why I'm never able to really be still. Like, anytime I'm still or I'm not doing anything, I feel stagnant. I feel like I'm not, like, I should be doing something. I should be on the go. I should be on the move. Why am I in one place? Why am I just here right now?
Yeah.
And younger me used to like that. Older me is just annoying, bro. Sometimes I just want to sit the fuck down.
Right, yeah.
And, like, so it's weird to try and navigate that, but that's the first time that I really realized kind of why, you know, or I've spoken about it and gave an answer where I'm like, it kind of makes sense.
Mm.
Good question.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Good
what I'm here
question.
for, man.
Good question.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. What about, like, sports? So did you play sports or anything?
Yeah,
growing up?
yeah. I was get my little
Okay.
hoop on, you know what I'm saying? Played a little football with the Boys and Girls Club. But, man, I ain't gonna lie. It was not too, you know, we ain't grow up with that. So, like, when it came time to pay for shit, when it came time, yo, it's this much, it's
Playing
that
games
much.
and shit.
Well, that's where I'm like, the buck stops here.
Yeah.
We wasn't, you know, it was a monetary thing. I tell a lot of people, like, everyone's always asking about, oh, you fly now, all this. Like, bro, it took 26, 25 years, took my whole life. Like, in high school, I wasn't the dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to build this, curate this through just knowing how to talk to people, to knowing how to build an authentic connection, to knowing that genuine authenticity is going to take you there versus everything else.
Right.
Because, like, I could buy shoes from anyone, rather buy them from my friends,
That's
because
right.
there's a fucking connection there.
No, facts.
But if I had the money, you could go take your money and spend it wherever. You know, so I don't know. I didn't have it. So I view it much differently than a lot of people who had it or who were able to, like, that just wasn't my life, you know. So I stood on a whole other side. I was like, look, I'm gonna make sure the relationship I build here, you're not gonna forget me. It don't matter where you at. I walk in, you see me, Chico, like, I remember, like, and that's on purpose. When I walk out the room, I don't need the snickering. I don't need people talking behind your back. And a lot of folks can't stand on that because you do that to other people when they leave the room.
Right.
You snickering. You talking behind their back. Not me.
That's a gem.
Pinky's up
You
shit.
listening.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a gem. Pay
Pinky's
attention.
up shit, man. Hey,
Oh, yeah. No, that's real. I respect that.
blast.
Okay. So you're into fashion, too, then?
Yeah. Big fashion guy, man.
You got your own brand, or do you just...
Yeah, so Lord Velveeta, that comes, Pinky's Up is the actual name of my hairwear brand. Luxury hairwear. It's specifically curated to, like, crushed velvet, do-rags, bonnets. As of late, I've been kind of just sitting because where I plan to take it is very expensive. Like, my goal eventually is to make it to where they're coming in, like, laminated oak wood cherry boxes with a laminated finish and a gold lock with your initials on there. And you pop it open and it's the opposite. Yeah, it's like, let's say you get green crushed velvet, then when you open it, like, the actual inside interior velvet's the opposite color of green, right? Like, it's a juxtaposition. And it's going to be expensive, though. Like, the goal of it is to be the Ferrari of hairwear. Like, like, that's expensive. Like, I wouldn't pay that. Like, that's because it's not for you.
Hell yeah.
Ferrari doesn't even say anything to people. You'll never see a Ferrari commercial, but you'll see them on the street.
Right.
We all know what Ferraris are. We all know the prices of Ferraris. That's all I'm trying to do with that. So I've kind of chilled out a little bit because it's a lot. And it's a collaborative, curative thing. Like, at first, It was just me by myself trying to do it. And now I feel like I've rubbed hands with so many people in the fashion world, you know, that I'm just like, all right, let me take a step back and see what else I can do, to where when I do bring it here and I do curate it to what I'm trying to do, people, you got to stand on that. Like, you got to respect that. Like, I don't want people hit me up like, yeah, well, you know, like, no, bro. The shit is the price that it's at.
Right.
It is what it is. You do not go up to Ferrari and be like, yo, let me get that for like 40 bands. They're going to laugh you out the fucking showroom. If they respond.
Right.
If you get in.
Right.
That's the goal. But as of right now, it's separate from me. Like, a lot of people build their brand and it's called merch, right? When you're an artist, a lot of the times they directly just throw your brand as merch. So when I made the Pinkies Up, when I made the Lord Velveeta kind of moniker, it's purposely not attached to Chico. I don't put it to Chico McGee. I don't say, like, yeah, Chico owns it, but really I'll tell you, you know, Malik owns it. You know, Malik owns that. Like, I don't want it to be my merch. I want that to be able to do what it can do on its own.
That's
on its own. You know, because
most people would go the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easier said than done that way, right? But it's also like, if your favorite artist, if Future dropped a $750 hoodie tomorrow, only the super Future fans are buying that.
Right.
Because why are you gonna buy merch for $750? But like Frank Ocean created Homer that has nothing to do with Frank Ocean, and now you're gonna spend $2,500 on that necklace because it's Homer, because it's his own brand away from Frank. Frank runs it; it's Frank's brand, but it's not part of Frank. It's Homer. You know,
that's real.
It's Pinkies Up.
That's the first time I heard of that.
It's not Chico McGee. You know, like Chico just runs Pinkies Up, but like that shit's completely different. Right. Which is why I'm never really too mad. People ask me all the time. I'm like, look, bro, the next one, you'll know. It'll be something where you're like, oh, shit. And it's like, yeah, has nothing to do with me, though.
Real quick question, then we'll get into the music.
Yeah.
Since you're from L.A., but you were raised out here, Lakers or Nuggets?
Lakers. Lakers. You see how quick that was? R.I.P. Kobe. That's why. Now, I'll be a dummy if I said I don't respect the Nuggets. Y'all just
Did you
won.
still cheer for them against the Heat?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Did I cheer for the Nuggets against the Heat? Yeah, I cheer for the Nuggets against the Heat. For sure. Because
I'm the same way,
at the end of the day, you know, like, I'm big Lakers guy, man. Like, Kobe was, like, the equivalent of Michael Jordan to everybody in the previous generation. And be like, I'll stand on the Kobe hill that he was the best player forever. Even knowing that, like, you know, LeBron kind of right there. Like, I can't lie, just based off what LeBron's doing, longevity, everything in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, man's probably going to retire as the GOAT. But, like, if you ask me who the GOAT is,
it's Kobe.
I'm going to tell you fucking Kobe Bryant. You can argue at me till the cows come home. You're going to lose, or you're going to be annoyed. Because at the end of the day, you can say all your talking points, and I'm going to be like,
Kobe.
Mamba gang. Mamba forever, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. Okay. Pinkies Up. Is that from the SpongeBob back in the day when the
you know
up on the glass?
So hilariously enough, no. But now I'm gonna have to look back into that and just start just capping to people like, yeah, it's from the SpongeBob thing, because I like how that sounds. But no, honestly, so when I say Pinkies Up, I literally say live royal. The live royal comes from royalty. You know, when they used to sip their tea and they used to drink their drinks, pinkies used to be in the air. You know what I'm saying? They right up there. Always. Anytime you see me. If you see me in the streets, if you see Chico at all, just put your pinky in the air. Whether I know you or not, I'm going to throw it right back. It comes from living royal. Live Royal was the first thing that I kind of thought of, right? The first moniker. It all comes from royalty. I love the color purple. I love the color lavender. I love all things royal, right? Tapestry, crushed velvet. It used to seem like a life that was so far away, right? I'm not royalty. I don't have no royal blood in my family, you know? But also, we're all type kings, you know what I'm saying? We're all type mini gods, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to live royal every day. What do royal people do? They pick themselves up, right? They put themselves in this place, but they're also put there by other people. Kings wouldn't be kings if we just looked at them and was like, that's just Chad. That's just Chad. You know, like, but no, you say that. Oh, that's the king. That's the queen. We have to. So in my head, I'm just like, same shit. Live royal. Put your pinkies in the air when you sipping something to drink. Throw them in the air. Pinkies in the sky.
Let people know.
Yeah, like, we live in royal over here. It's a big royalty thing. But I can't act like, you feel me, jets to the next Mr. Currency. Like, he had pinkies in the air for sure. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pimp shit. Pinky rings. I like them. You know what I'm saying? All that shit kind of slides into pinkies up. But the main thing about it was always living royal. Like, living at an echelon that you feel is unattainable. We all feel like we're not all going to be real kings. You're not finna be the king of England. I'm not finna be the king of the United States. But if you live royal in your own life, then you the king of your own life. Be the main character, bro. Like, live royal, man. Like, it's really simple. You know, at the end of the day, it's more like about self-love in a way. Like, live royal, bro. Love yourself. On a royal level. Like, not like, oh, you royalty. You got one. If the body's a temple, kings live in temples. Kings live in castles. Then that makes you the royalty of your own life. Stand on that.
That's real.
Stand on that.
I'm glad you explained that.
Bless.
Because I mean, you could think, I've always thought about it like that. It's like kind of like a, you know, respectfully, like, you know, fancy or whatever you could say. But you know what I'm saying? For you to explain it like that takes it to a deeper.
Well, I'm glad. That's perspective is key, right? Like, I usually try and just give things like that. I like the fact that, like, people can just automatically kind of have their own belief into it and bring that up. Because only one of two ways that's going to change. Either A, you're going to ask me, or B, you're going to hear me talking about it. But other than that, you're allowed to have, like, your own perspective and shit. It's why I never, like, made a video or, like, a post explaining pinkies up. It was more just like, hey,
if you know, you know.
In the air, you know, and then eventually you'll ask. If you really intrigued, you'll ask. And I'll tell you.
All right.
Every time.
Okay. Let's get into the music now.
Let's get into the music.
How did you get inspired to start making music, and what made you take that next step to actually drop some music, put yourself out there? Because it's one thing to just be in the car freestyling with the homies, messing around. Yeah. It's another to, like, boom, you know, actually, I got something here. I'm going to drop some music and, you know, see what it's hitting for. So what was that transition like? What inspired you?
Oh, man. Boy, well, to be honest, I've been doing music somehow, some way for so long. I started writing poetry. I won a poetry contest in the 3rd grade. And it was like, yo, this is dope. Because my pops didn't let us really listen to music, bro. Like, to rap. My pops, he was a jazz guy. Reggae guy, Motown guy. He's a little bit older. My mom, she's half she's Guatemalan, so she's listening to salsa, merengue, bachata, like 80s music. Like, I didn't grow up listening to hip hop. I still remember to this day, like, it was gospel rap and the NBA Live 2003 soundtrack. That, like, was the first hip hop songs that I was like, yo, like, this is tight. Like, what is this? Like, this is different from that damn jazz you be playing pop. This ain't Thelonious Monk, nigga. Like, this is hard. And then I realized it started sampling. Like, hip hop was like the main one that, like, sampled everything and would hear, like, a salsa song being sampled in it. I would never listen to, like, a bachata song and hear that. But then I go listen to hip hop and I'm like, you niggas is sampling everything my parents listened to, like, differently. Like, whoa. And so it kind of took me on that route. I was a gospel rapper for a long time, man. So I was able to, like, tour churches. I was able to music was just always there. So it was almost like a no-brainer. But the confidence wasn't there. So it was really kind of tough, like, to really, like, step foot into it, to really be like, oh, this is how we rocking it. This is how we running it now. That part probably took the longest. It took me probably moving to LA and realizing when I got to this big old ocean that some of the same stuff that people would tell me here, people would tell me there. And then it made me realize I had to look in the mirror and be like, at what point is this you now? You were in Denver, now you're here. People are saying the same shit they were saying in Denver, but you left Denver because you didn't think you were. So what are we doing? Right. What's the next step? So it was really just that, bro. And then having my brother. Salute to my brother. He would never let me live it down. My brother been telling me I'm that dude for the longest time. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that's how my brother is. He's always been like, nah, bro, you got it. You're this, you're that. Speaking life into me. But it really took, like, just me getting out of my own way, bro. Like, I feel like, hey, anyone watching this, if you got anxiety, bro, if you really a people pleaser, you really trying to worry about what other people think all the time, take a breath. At the end of the day, you got to know what you think. It's crazy to think you come first, but like you do, bro. When you wake up in the morning, who's getting you ready for the day? Who's the one that got to tell you good night, you know? Like, you go to bed by yourself, you wake up by yourself. Even if you got a wife, your wife can't get in your body and wake up for you. Your girl can't get in. You can't get in your girl's body and wake up for her. That's up to you. So you just got to do it, and it's easier said than done. I'll say that, but it's doable. As a nigga with anxiety, it's doable, baby. Do it.
That's real. Okay. So did you say you moved back to LA at some point?
Yeah, 2018, January 6th, I moved out there because I wanted to really pursue this music shit. I got an internship at a studio. Within 4 months, I was writing for the studio. Rock Nation used to be in the studio, so I met a cool amount of people from there. Met Skrillex, salute to Jaime, salute my engineer, Hefe. Yeah, bro.
The Edie, or
yeah,
not,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the day?
His real name is Sonny. Salute to Sonny.
They was popping back then. They was hella popping.
Yeah, bro. I met him. The coolest celeb I ever met in my life, though, through there was Fat Joe. Fat Joe's probably the coolest celeb ever. He was the only one who literally just went to all of us and was like, well, why are you here? Like, what got you in this studio? Like, it's dope, you know, like, don't stop chasing whatever dreams you got. Like, he was down to have regular conversations, you know, like, he didn't need anyone in the room to, like, it didn't matter who was in the room. It could have been the baddest one sitting next to him, his homies all around, and he talking to the dudes that he don't know, you know. He's like, oh. So I will always salute Fat Joe for that. And Skrillex, too, because he introduced himself to me as Sonny. And then I'm in the back room, and someone's like, you just met Skrillex. And I'm like, what? Oh, that means Sonny? Like, that's Sonny. And they're like, nah, that's his real name. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, bro, that's why I went out there. But I tell everybody, LA is a different type of beast. I was able to be out there for 6 years. That's a big salute. That shit felt like 12.
That's dope. I'm glad you said Skrillex because, bro, I ain't heard that name since I was in damn near middle school. Bro, I remember in middle school, especially out here in Colorado, up north in fucking Thornhill Valley.
Yeah.
If you wasn't listening to rap, you was listening to some Skrillex.
Some Skrillex. And even Skrillex was, he had ASAP. He had a whole bunch of people just, he was one of the first EDM guys to start bridging it. And then Diplo came and, like, really just ran with it. Like, he was like, I'm going to take what Skrillex did and just really run with it. And now that's why Diplo's where he's at. He don't even make music for real no more. He just chill and collect a bag off everyone.
Hell yeah.
On them people, man. That's what made me leave, you know. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to go back to the beach. I wanted to see if I could do it in a big place, right? It's one thing to move to Idaho. It's one thing to move to Texas. It's one thing to move to like a Washington and try and do this shit. It's another thing to move to like a New York, an Atlanta, a LA, where you thought you was big fish.
Right.
You thought you was big fish until you get into an ocean. And now you just regular size fish. My nigga, there's whales in there. I mean, who talking about fish when the whales is around?
That's real.
No one. Like, I'm not. I don't know about y'all. I'm not. You know, and it was a humbling experience, but also a very needed experience. That shit elevated my confidence to another level. That shit allowed me space to really, like, grow and figure out, like, how much do you really love this shit? Because LA will steal everything from you. Your joy, your money, your time, your sense of self, your morality if you let it. Like, that shit will steal every single thing from you. Even your life. It's stolen a lot of people's lives too, you know? But if you can make it out of LA, then what's New York to me? What's London to me? What's Florida to me? What's Atlanta to me? Like, everyone in those states, at the end of their career, if you become the most poppin' nigga in Atlanta ever, where do you go? LA. The most popping niggas in New York, where do you end up being? LA. Everyone gets to LA. It don't matter how popping you are. At the end of the day, you're going to go to LA. I went there first, not popping. Was able to throw a show. Was able to make a whole lot of connections. Able to do a lot out there. Yeah, I feel like you could just drive me anywhere, baby. I'm going to make it shake. I'm going to make it shake. Straight like that.
Yeah. And then you moved back.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you back?
A good-ass job. A cool-ass job brought me back. Man. You know.
You need jobs, man.
You need jobs, man. This is a pay-to-play game. If you ain't got no investors, then you better have some money. And if you ain't got no money, then you gonna be mad. Because only a few things are gonna happen. You're gonna either scheme, scam, you know, and everything in between, and try and get there. But that's also a scary road. You never know what the end goal is to that. You never know what elbows you end up touching that end up, you know what I'm saying, hurting you. You know, like, and on the flip side, like, that's what these labels are. Oh, you need a label. Like, bro, they're just giving niggas loans because they know people need money to make it shake. You go to the dope videographer, he gonna need at least a bandy if he's doing anything.
If it's real nice.
He gonna need at least a bandy for some locations. You go to your engineer, he gonna need at least 50 to mix it if he's giving you the love. If he's charging you only 50 to mix with no love, then you might be scared. You know, you might like, whoa, like only 50 to mix? That's kind of scary. And it just becomes that the deeper you go in. The photographs, the places you need to rent, the promotion, the marketing, all this shit, like, it's not free. You get blessed sometimes, but niggas ain't gonna always bless you. And if you come with some money first, folks is more than likely to bless you on the back end.
Facts.
But you still need what? The money. You need the money, bro. Like, you need something stable so you can do both.
That's real. I feel like one of the biggest things I've learned in the rap game too is like you said, like, not everyone's gonna show you love, so you can't take it personal. Like, there's been a bunch of times, like, you know what I'm saying, I've paid for some promo here, or I've, you know, showed a lot of love to this artist, and then they come around and they talking crazy on the internet about me, or, you know, whoop de whoop, vice versa. Like, you know what I'm saying, or like, I'll be really trying to show love to as many people as I can, but it's kind of hard to sometimes. So people might take it personal for me, like. So that's one thing in the game you really got to learn, like, just not take shit personal, figure out a way, like you said. And like you said, bro, if you invest right and you do it right, like, you're going to get it back on the back end. Like, people going to take care of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, all it takes is, okay, me know what you, okay, now we know each other, now we chopping it up. Oh, damn, bro, really got a dope-ass story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
so, hell yeah.
I tell people all the time, how you expect to eat if you ain't going to break bread? It's very simple. You gotta break the bread to eat the bread. You gotta break the bread to eat, baby. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Literally. And everyone knows that. The worst part is, like, all you niggas know that. People know that. People try and get over. People try and finesse. And the worst part about that is some people you have that are just shitty humans. But a lot of the times it's just people ain't got the bread. And that's okay. If you stood on that instead of trying to act like you did, you might get more.
Karma.
Break that bread, baby.
You religious?
You know, I'm more spiritual than religious. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the church and shit like that, but also all the people in the church kind of ruined my whole entire vibe of the church. Because everybody in the church was like 20, 30 years older than me, and you on the same wavelength when it comes to really, like, why are you still judging and you've been in the church?
Nah, for real. Yeah.
Like, why are you telling me, you know, to stand on this, to maneuver this way, and like...
And you not stand on that.
Yeah. Or even if, long story short, when we was in a gospel rap group, we had some young guy shit happen, right? And instead of the church getting behind us and practicing what they preached, they shunned us. And they made it real easy to be like, well, fuck this shit then. Never would say fuck God.
Nah, yeah, shout
you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
The universe.
You know, never can say that. I've been in multiple situations that I know somebody doing something.
Right.
Somebody doing something. Because if it was up to me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be here. Would have been gone on some bullshit. Dodged a lot of bullets. Dodged a lot of bullshit. You know. And it wasn't by my doing, because my doing is what got me close to the bullshit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. There's definitely somebody doing something.
Right.
Salute to God.
I always say shout out to creator of the universe.
Mm-hmm. I respect that too, because same shit. You know, the older I get, the more I realize what energy is, the more I kind of see that. I'm very much on the same vibe.
Right. Whatever that is, shout out that.
Shout out that energy, you feel me? Big channel vessel guys. That's how we
Broncos or Raiders?
49ers.
Oh my god.
49er gang or don't bang, baby. I don't want to hear shit about the Raiders or the Broncos at all. But salute Cowboys, to the city forever. Oh, you a Cowboy, man? Damn. All right, that makes sense. Yo, after we beat y'all, we just can't win again.
Nah, for real.
So, fuck.
George Kittle, man.
Oh, my God. I want to say shout out to George Kittle, but I'm going to need you to score something, baby. Yeah. Score again. We need to win, bro. Fuck.
He on my fantasy team, so I get him there.
Yeah, he's a winner for real, but damn.
Yeah. So, you got a feature with Savvy?
I do got a feature with Savvy. Salute my niggas.
How'd that come together?
Salute.
And what made you want to tap in with Savvy?
100pack
Savvy. Yeah.
100pack been my dog for a long time. That's family. I'm talking years. You know what I'm saying? So we was cool before bro was really even rapping. But he was always a nigga who had that sort of artistic vibe. I used to tell niggas, he'd be right there freestyling with niggas like hard, you know? So I always knew man was gonna be nice, you know. And then when he finally started dropping this shit, it was almost a no-brainer. I was just trying to find the time, cause I don't like when niggas. I don't like an opportunist. Like, it's not like I just tapped in with Savvy for that song. You know, I'll fill you guys in. That song's 2 years old. That shit's 2 years old, you know, but it's crazy. I was having a convo with my brother. I was like, it's crazy that it's 2 years old and it fits today. It fits today's age, you know, like the song is older.
Timeless.
That's the point, you know, but that's my dog. I've been trying to make sure it came out right. I was trying to make the rollout right. I was trying to make it to where it just makes sense. I could have dropped it at any time, but for what? My dog is really having some motion. My dog is really making some moves. I feel like sometimes you just got to align with that. You got to understand what something is, and you got to maneuver with that. But I look like just dropping it for no reason, you know? Like, nah, I used to tell him all the time, like, it's coming out. It's coming. So that's my dog, bro. We definitely going to have more shit coming out. You feel me? I definitely plan on shooting a video to that. So, you know, be on the lookout, everybody.
What's the name of the song so they can go stream it?
Go stream Who Shook, man. Who Shook by Chico McGee featuring 100pack Savvy. Man slid on that bitch something crucial.
Hell yeah.
Something crucial for the city for the one time.
How do you feel about the Colorado rap scene?
I fuck with it, man. At some point when you actually are able to move and you're actually able to grow to a certain point of confidence, all that like hating shit and like that, the scene, that shit go out the window, bro. Like, at the end of the day, everybody trying to do the same shit. Everybody trying to make the best music that they can, get their art out to the world, and hopefully that shit pays the bills one day. The goal of this shit is to pay the fucking bills. Like, it's not a popularity contest. I could give a you know what I'm saying? If I'm making, I'd rather make $60K a year off music and not be popular than be the most popular nigga making no money off the shit.
Right.
What the fuck is the point? Like, we do this shit so hopefully we can do it for life. You do this shit so hopefully you can be going for life to where I don't need to come back for a good job. This is the only job. I can do this every day. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, why I'm chasing it, bro. If I wanted to do other stuff and do this, it would be a hobby. And if it was a hobby, I wouldn't be even having this interview, nigga. Like, niggas would be at the crib right now. Like, what? Like, but it's not a hobby. Like, this shit some real life shit. So, I fuck with the scene. There's a whole bunch of dope artists here, man. Caleb Samuel, go rock with that boy. DeColo, go rock with that man. You know what I'm saying? Trev, 100pack, K-Baby, fucking Pesci. There's so many people. If I forgot you, I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Because what the fuck? The city's on fuego. The city's on fire, and the people who are maneuvering and doing what they should be doing is just that. And if you hating on that, I'm gonna need you to go look yourself in the mirror and ask, what are you doing to push the culture in the city forward? Because if you're not doing nothing to push the city culture forward, and you just out here spewing hate because you feel like you should be the nigga on the blogs, then maybe it's time to self-reflect.
I was like, yo, let that pause and just shit, that really need a hit. That don't need
it does, you know, and hopefully
that's probably gonna be the clip for the interview too.
And guess what? Hopefully that shit caused some niggas to start hating. I need to get my haters up, nigga. I need to get my haters up. So if that made you feel some type of way, DM me about it. I'll block you.
Hey, don't tell me that, man. I'm gonna post it on the gram. I'm gonna have motherfuckers talking crazy, man.
That's cool. Folks can talk. Hey, look.
Followers up 100, get you some streams.
Hey, look,
you know what I'm saying, while we at it.
If me telling you to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what you're doing to push the city culture forward makes you hate on me, I'll definitely take that. Because you hear that sentence? Can you say that sentence? Like, come on, nigga. All I said was, how aren't you pushing the culture forward? Now you're mad at me? Clearly you're not doing anything. Clearly.
I can already see it now. Clearly. Chico McGee has a message for people on the Colorado rap scene.
Pinkies in the air. Hey, y'all heard it here first. That's exactly what the link is. That's the clip right there.
Yep. The sound. What do you feel like our sound is? Do we have a sound? Do we need a sound? What are we doing to get to that next level? What needs to happen?
I do definitely feel like I have a sound. I've been blessed. My favorite compliment that I always get, so salute anyone who ever tells me this, is that they usually say I don't sound like anybody. As far as like, I rarely get the, oh nigga, this reminds me of Lil Yachty. This reminds me of Tech Nine. This reminds, like, I'm not getting that. I'm getting people listen to it and they're like, damn, I haven't really. This is you? Like, damn, like I know your voice. Like when you come on, like that's Chico shit. So my sound is a lot of fun, bro. I'm an energetic dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem bringing in energy. If you've ever seen me on shows, I'm sweating through my shirts. I'm sweating right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. That's just how I am, you know? Salute hyperhidrosis. That's what it does, you know? But my sound is forever evolving. The reason I say that is because what I've been trying to slow down on is enjoying things for what they are. Every time I write one song, if I start writing another song before I record that song, 9 times out of 10 I end up trashing the song, because in my head this next song is already better than that song, and I'm gonna just keep doing that until I land on the song and I'm like, oh, I think we finally did something here. Right. Boom, let's do that, let's do this. So it's forever evolving. I want to get more into more like some melodic shit, not necessarily singing, but I used to say all the time, like, I would trade all my rapping ability away to sing. If I could just hop on some tank shit, just start serenading you hoes, like, I would trade it all away, because to me singing, it's just, I view it as a fine art. I view it just like painting, just like sculpting, like that shit. Rapping's the same, writing's the same, but it hits a little different when you're singing, when you're dropping a fucking arpeggio, when you're raising an arpeggio and you're going up 2, 3, 4 octaves, and then you're like, yo, that wasn't even, there's no tune on that? Right. Whoa. So I've always wanted to be a little bit more melodic, but honestly, bro, I just take it day by day. I let the music choose me. Like, if I'm listening to a beat, I let the beat choose me. I'm not overdoing beats. I'm not out here asking for beat packs. Send me beats. I don't care. I'm gonna find the beat. The beat gonna find me, and then we gonna rock from there. But the rest is, I feel like sometimes you run yourself into a rut if you overthink about, like, okay, like, what's my sound gonna be? Like, is this my sound? Am I making sure I'm doing the right sound? Like, music is supposed to be fun. Music is a feeling, bro. Music is an emotion. You're supposed to be being a vessel. You're supposed to be taking this energy that the universe is giving you and giving it back to the universe in a whole different way. So, like, if you can do that, you know, then, like, you're really good at your craft, and you should always grow and like, go from that type shit, you know, instead of just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes that's how you get people who have 8 different styles. That's how you get people who didn't switch styles 100 times in like 2 years. Okay. Like, you're not even letting shit stick because you'll hear something else. You're like, oh, is this a new wave? I got to hop on that before it leaves. And then it's like, bro, you don't even... Do you like that type of music? Like, do you listen to that? Do you do that type of music?
Right.
Or like, are you just trying to get the dollar faster than... You can't bypass the process with this shit. You need to be getting your 10,000 hours in, bro. You need your 20,000 hours. You need to write. You need to really practice this shit. You need to find that shit. And it's not going to happen just because a new nigga from Detroit dropped a different flow. A new nigga from the Midwest dropped some shit that you like. It's not going to happen from that.
Shout out Milwaukee.
You feel me? Shout out Milwaukee. You feel me? Certified trapper. Shout out all them boys. You know?
Do your homework on Chico sound, because low-key, right, I did not, like, when you came in talking and everything like that, I was like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what kind of sound he got. I'm watching the videos and, like, listening. Like, I really can't put, like, it's Chico. Do your homework on Chico sound, man.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks. I told you.
Okay, man. The price of the brick
goes up next Friday, baby. You know what it is. The price of the brick goes up next Friday.
That's a unique ass name for a project. How'd you come up with that? What's the word? What's the project?
Man, so
how many songs on it? You know, how did it come together? You got any features? Like, talk about it.
Yeah, that's cool. So first and foremost, price of the brick goes up next Friday. It just dropped. Okay, Halloween night, November 1st. The idea came about because I was trying to figure out how to drop a project, but not a full-length project. Like, I know how people's attention spans are, and a lot of shit in life, like, you know, perspective is key. And I knew I had a few songs. It's 3 songs. Who Shook, featuring 100 Pack, that's the first song. All right. London, featuring Chuck English, that's the second song. And then Benihana, featuring the city's own Trace Chapman, 2. You feel me? That's the third song. I made it 3 songs for 2 reasons. One, out of all the songs that I had at the moment, those were kind of like my favorites that I was just like, yo, like, these are kind of crazy. But more so, it was like a business decision. People's attention spans are short. Like I just said, this is a money game. I'm trying to put money behind this shit. The price of the brick goes up is because it's a monetization thing. I've done so much shit for free in my life. From writing verses, from helping people in the studio, from just pulling up, from even being a good friend type shit, right? At some point, if you don't monetize it, then you just won't. You know, at some point, you have to make that move. So when I was like, I seen the features, I seen the work progress to where it's at, and I was just like, you know what? Everyone's always saying the price of the brick goes up. So I realized if I say the price of the brick goes up next Friday, it's such a long title that everyone's going to just hyperfixate on next Friday. The amount of people used to tell, bro, for like 3 weeks, every Friday, niggas was like, did the project drop? Did the project drop? It's Friday, bro. Did the project drop? And I'm like, nah, that's the name. Like, the price of the brick goes up next Friday. Next Friday, the price of the brick goes up. Man. But it's really just a monetization thing, bro. I just knew I had something. I knew it was time to put something out, and I knew the next thing I wanted to put out was almost just going to be the last little brick of being like, yo, like, we got to pay Chico now. Like, Chico got a price now. Like, all that free shit is done. Like, I gave you niggas years, you know, to do free shit. I gave you niggas years to link. I gave you niggas years. I moved to LA, did my own shit. You still had time to link. You still had time to pull me in the studio. If you didn't want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to force anyone to do anything. But now, you can't ask those questions without a price tag attached. Who do you have on your album? Where's your moves going? Are you promoting? Are you marketing? Are you out here touching elbows? What are you doing? My music comes with that. It comes with a fucking human being attached. It comes with Chico McGee attached. Pinkies Up shit attached. People are going to know that. And now at this point, you got to pay for that. I tried to give it to niggas for free for a long time. And not even tried. I did. And the people who took advantage of it, big blessings to y'all niggas. And you already know who you are. And you already know how we rocking. Everybody else, pay the fee. And once again, if that gives me haters, that's a personal problem, baby. I need more of those. So bring it. I'm not really mad at a hater. Like, the goal is to have some haters.
No,
preferably more than one.
No, yeah.
Preferably.
Do your homework on Chico's. The price of the brick goes up next Friday because the price of the feature is going up next Friday. Do your homework.
Yeah. Price of the feature going up. Price of the brick going up.
Hell yeah.
The pinkies remaining up. You feel me? Pinkies in the air like them Goodyear blimps.
So you shout my boy Caleb Samuel, man. You was on his project running through the summer.
Man.
Talk to him.
Man.
How'd you end up getting on that project?
Honestly, first and foremost, salute to Caleb. He's one of my favorite people that I've met recently. When people say day ones, man's has been real since day one. You know, right before I moved, I ran into bro in the studio. The very first time we linked, we did a song together. We barely knew niggas' names. We just hopping in the studio, boom, boom, boom. Second time I met him with another cool dude. His name's Colin. You know what I'm saying? Salute to vintage music, all that shit. We went to just a random event. It wasn't even no music, bro. I don't even know where we was at, if we being honest. We was in some art gallery. I was drinking the little cheap drinks off to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good energy there, though.
Hell yeah.
That turned into a freestyle session at the crib.
Okay.
That turned into a friendship. You know, Brody sent me some shit. Apparently, you know, salute. Brody enjoyed what I had to offer, you know, and he came to me like, yo, we should do this. Here's this. Sent me some shit. He sent me Prettiest Girls, Live in Denver. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't heard that, play that bitch right the fuck now. Honestly, pause this shit right now. Go play that shit and then come back and see what the fuck I'm talking about. This shit was crazy. And he sent me that and he was just like, yo, like, you think you could do something to this? And then just literally from there, to watch his work ethic, to watch the type of person he is, to watch where his brain is at, you know, to understand he understands this is a money game too. And to watch him play the game the way it's supposed to be played is great. When you watch players play the game right, it's a good feeling. Don't believe me? Go watch Wemby tomorrow. Go watch LeBron. Like, go watch Jamal Murray, Jokic. Like, you like to see a player play the game, and you love it when you see a player play the game the right way. That's it. So it was the same thing, and Brody's just been a real one. Even outside of that, you know, like even shit like just scooping a nigga. The nigga rode me here. I'm here from this guy, you know what I'm saying, today. So it's not even, he's just a real person. You know, he's a real human at heart, and then to be able to make art with people like that is my favorite type of shit because it doesn't feel like work. It ain't work. It's like you are fucking being a vessel, I'm being a vessel, and then now we just here. It's just an energy thing. I feel like that's it's not respected enough. The energy part isn't respected. The love isn't respected. Niggas respect the numbers. Niggas respect the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas respect the, cool, I got a gold watch on, chain, pinky. Like, you respect that. But that's crazy. Like, the fact that you respect that and you don't even know who I am is crazy work to me. Because what if it was all fake? It ain't. But what if it was? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was, like, does the respect leave? And if the respect leaves, was the respect there? Think about that. Like, think about that.
Another gem. Do your homework on respect. Real shit.
You dropping gems all day, baby. That's just how it works.
All right, man. Well, shit. I appreciate you for coming on the show, man.
My boy.
You got any, you know, first off, let people know where they can find you on the socials. Instagram, Twitter.
Chico.McGee on Instagram. Chico McGee on Twitter. I'll be wilding on the timeline, so if you want to follow me at your own risk on Twitter, baby. Follow me at your own risk on Twitter, baby, because I'm going to talk that shit. But Instagram, Chico.McGee. All platforms, Chico McGee. YouTube, Chico McGee. Price of the brick goes up next Friday because the price of the brick is going up anyway. At some point, you have to pay a lot of money to check it out. You might as well get it while it's not that high. We'll put it that way.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
You got any final thoughts, last minute things, any projects, anything on the way?
Final thoughts.
Shout outs?
Definitely shout outs to my team, you feel me? Shout out to D-Lo, you know, shout out to D-Lo Steez, that's my dog. Shout out to Richie Spence, you know. Shout out to Bryson, my man's Mr. House. Shout out to anybody who's reached out to work with me for the most part. Because I'm only here and made it to this level because y'all seen the vision just like I seen the vision. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard as fuck to see the vision in yourself. It's way harder to see the vision in somebody else because you really got to look. So thank y'all niggas for looking. But it's big pinkies up shit. And if you a hater now, sucks to suck, bro.
Alright, man.
I don't know what to tell you.
Can I get a shout out from Mile High Minute one time?
Yeah, on God in the heavens. And big shout out to Mile High Minute, the first interview a nigga done did. You know what I'm saying? The first dude to actually tap in, make it real, be on time, all that shit. If you haven't tapped into Mile High Minute yet, you really need to. And I really don't see why you wouldn't. Matter of fact, you should do it twice. 3 times just to be nice, my nigga. Pinkies up shit, you feel me?
Make sure I hit that like button. Comment down below what your favorite Chico McGee song is, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, stay notified when all latest news drops. Make sure I go follow Chico McGee on everything. Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that, man. Links be in the description, man. Do your homework. Do your homework on Dream Space Studios. We appreciate y'all. Mile High Minute, #1 blog in the universe.
Pinkies up shit, bitch.
We